we talked about today is the challenge around investment. A lot of nonprofits are behind the curve in terms of digital transformation, and part of the reason for that is trying to get the investment into their digital capabilities.
And I think we're at a kind of a watershed moment for getting kind of a new thinking about how multi-stakeholder partnerships could get more funding and investment into the space. But increasingly, as people seem to understand what it takes to be digitally native, there's I think a stronger call for data infrastructure funding, having a data science team that does some of the less sexy but maybe higher impact operational needs. And so I think there's a new opportunity for both the companies and foundations, even governments who want to support this digital transformation to put investment into not just starting a project, but thinking what about the long-term life cycle of a data team might look like.
There is this opportunity that donors are beginning to see, it's not just the innovation funding, it is the sustained, ongoing organizational change, organizational support, capacity building resources that are needed. And there's some very forward-looking funders that are out there that are really tackling that.
The tech is the easy part, right? It's the people, it's the culture, it's the organizational change around that. And I think we heard a lot about that. We did touch on ethics, and I think that came up quite a bit. What did you take away from that discussion?
The one point that I often come back to is when we talk about the ethics of technology, we often think about it in the box of technology. But it seems that the real opportunity to create ethical tech is to have that kind of accountability loop. So I think thinking intentionally about who either at an NGO or in the space can say, yes, that algorithm is creating the equitable outcomes we want, and if not, we can change it or modify it, is really the key to creating ethical tech.
It's not just a simple question of ethics. It's also the capacity inside organizations to identify where there are risks, and that those conversations need to happen up front as technology usage is ramping up, because the unintended consequences that you mentioned, we may not be able to foresee them, but if we are purposeful at the front end of considering different outcomes, then we may mitigate some of the unintended bad decisions that get made.